the people in the back, we demand silence and respect. So let's get going. Dimitri and Peter, get your coffee. Let's sit down. We'll have our meeting. Let me just mention a couple of things. Are you ready? Okay. First of all, thank you all for being here today. As usual, hey guys sitting down. Christina, please. You gotta. We have to have a meeting. This is a meeting.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's important. I know you'd like to talk, but don't talk here. Okay. Anyway, let me just go through some of the things that are happening. One of the first events that we're going to be having is on March 18th, okay, which is at the Russian Tea Room. And as I mentioned, the volunteers it's by invitation only. I'm going to send out the invitations. The volunteers obviously will be invited to this thing. And also people who buy within certain Gala tables, okay, certain categories of Gala tables. If you look at the journal will indicate, as well as not so much a journal, the Gala invitation for the tables will indicate based on the amount that you're paying per table will allow you to go to certain events. The two events that will allow you to go to one is the Russian Tea Room, and the other one is the boat event that we're going to discuss also in a little while. The Russian Tea Room event is going to include, besides the volunteers, and by volunteers I mean real volunteers, not volunteers who don't show up at meetings. Okay, it's not going to happen. So if you think you're a volunteer, you don't show up at meetings, you don't do anything, you're not going to get an invitation. So we're going to invite, obviously, the grand marshals to that event. We're obviously going to invite the donors, people who have bought tables from 10,000 and up. I think 10,000, you get 2 tickets to this. If you do 20,000, you get 4 tickets to this. And the same thing, by the way, with the boat run. The other people who will be included is different people within various Hellenic-American organizations, probably the presidents and vice presidents of these organizations, as well as important Hellenic-Americans. And the concept of this particular event will really be for what we call the 205-250 scenario. People of America, people who are important in America. They could be journalists, they could be actors, they could be, entrepreneurs, etc. So we're getting a list of those type of people, and those people will be invited. It's a cocktail celebration. It proceeds the March 25th. It's on March 18th. I'll start sending out the invitations after this weekend. And basically, it will precede the event that's going to take place at the United Nations, which the Greek consulate is having on March 25th itself. Okay, so that becomes an important thing. The next event that we're going to have is the dance event. Now, you saw the material that went out. This is going to be an exciting event, I think, for 3 days. It's going to be fantastic. Obviously, it's called Vimata Eleftherias, or Steps of Freedom. Again, it relates to the 205-250 theme, and it's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'd like now on Sunday to introduce Noniki, who's going to discuss Miss Greek Independence. We're very excited by this. You saw what was sent out. It's an amazing thing. And basically, it has to do with Mando Mavrogenous, one of the heroines of the Hellenic Revolution. In my mind, the heroine of the revolution, Noniki. Very excited, by the way. Very excited.
Thank you, Lou. Good evening, everyone. As Lou mentioned, this year, the Miss Greek Independence competition, the theme is a Mando Mavrogenous competition award. And that we mean that the winner shall reflect the values exemplified by this heroine, Mando Mavrogenous, and that is to be patriotic awareness, rooted in Greek history, intellectual engagement about the Hellenic culture, language, and ideals. She must exhibit leadership and civic involvement, moral courage and integrity, grace with purpose, uniting dignity with service, and diaspora identity. Those are the characteristics of Mando Mavrogenous, and those are the characteristics we'd like Miss Greek Independence to exemplify. Speaking of which, if you have any young women 16 to 25 that are interested, we are still accepting applications. We need more girls to participate. Each one will be invited to be on the float the day of the parade. There's a first prize of $1,000 scholarship, $500 for first runner-up, and $300 for second runner-up. It's really a very nice and dignified event. That's why I like to call it more a competition than a pageant. Everyone who's ever been present will know that it's something that the girls are very happy, and they network with other Greek Americans. So it's a very nice event, and hope to see you there. It'll be 4 o'clock. There is an admission, and we offer a small buffet dinner afterwards as well. Thank you so much.
The chair of our Gala is not here, but George, you're here. If you can, just come here with me just 1 second. We have commitments right this second for 8 tables. Okay, we have a commitment for 8 tables, and by next week that money should be collected. Okay, so that's a major scenario. So we're very happy with that, and we're going to keep driving, selling tables, getting journal ads, and all the rest of that, because we'd like to take care of that as quickly as we can and get it out of the way, because we have a lot of different events are happening, and we don't want to be in a psychological state, late in the game, trying to figure out, we have tables, we got to get rid of tables, etc. So far we're doing pretty good. George is the vice chair of the Gala.
Καλησπέρα σε όλους και πάλι. Ελπίζω να είστε όλοι καλά. Αυτό που θα ήθελα να πω εγώ είναι ότι πρέπει να φτιάξουμε, που μίλησα και πριν με το Λου, πρέπει να φτιάξουμε οπωσδήποτε μια επιτροπή για τα flyers, που πάνε αυτό εδώ τελικά σε μεγαλύτερο φυσικά. Γιατί τα περασμένα χρόνια υπήρχε ένα θέμα και πήγαινα σε διάφορα εστιατόρια στο Manhattan ειδικά και δεν υπήρχε κανένα πόστερ πουθενά. Και δεν μπορούμε να το διαφημίζουμε μόνο στην Αστόρια, έτσι. Είναι παρέλαση σε όλη τη Νέα Υόρκη και στο Tri-State, γιατί η Ομοσπονδία ανήκει στο Tri-State και στα 3 State. Από εκεί πέρα δεν ξέρω αν κάποιος εδώ πέρα δεν έχει μπει σε κάποια επιτροπή. Θα κάνουμε και ένα food festival και θα χρειαστούμε αρκετούς εθελοντές, να γνωρίζετε. Και όποιον να γνωρίζετε, είτε μέσω διαδικτύου, να προωθείτε την παρέλαση, ή στον κύριο Γεραζούλη, δηλαδή να δώσουμε διάφορα ads για το journal, γιατί από εκεί προέρχονται τα χρήματα της παρελάσεως. Και όποιους γνωρίζετε να φέρετε στον Gala για να έχουμε ένα επιτυχημένο Gala, που πιστεύω ότι είναι πολύ πιο upscale από τις προηγούμενες χρονιές και θα είναι και διαφορετικό, γιατί θέλουμε να περάσει πραγματικά καλά ο κόσμος. Σε ευχαριστώ πολύ.
With that, since the journal was brought up, Peter, if you can, just go into the journal, tell us what you need from us, etc. But to restate what George said a second ago, it's very important that we all work hard to help the different committees. It's very important for us to work with Peter, get people to put in the ads, etc. in the journal, and certainly work with the Gala committee for the tables.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So Lou mentioned 8 commitments for the Gala. I actually have a check over here for a silver benefactor.
That's 9, by the way. That's 9. Thank you.
And I have my check in my form for the journal. So if I don't get my check in early, what can I ask everyone else? So please, the journal is one of the most important single fundraising kind of efforts. One of the biggest ones, obviously not to There's things like the Radiothon and the Gala. Hopefully we're making some money there and amongst other events. But the journal is critical. We really need everyone's support. Anybody who knows business owners who would like to do a little advertising. It's not a lot on their budget to pay for a $300 page, $500 page, even a $2,000 page. So I thank everybody else. And content, we're putting together content with Lou, following the theme, the 205, 250. Anyone who wants to contribute is welcome to reach out and participate. Thank you.
Sandra has left something on your seats, by the way, so pick up, it's a journal thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody should pick that up. You drop a check of $6,000. Everyone should pick one of those up, sign it, deposit your checks, give it to Stavros so we can get going on the journal. It's very important. And like he said, we want some content, etc. for the journal. It should be very exciting this year. And everyone's working very hard. With what was mentioned was the Radiothon. So with that, I'm going to introduce Dimos, who's going to discuss the Radiothon. And I think that's going well too.
Καλησπέρα και από μένα. Ναι, Λου, είναι αλήθεια ότι πάει καλά το ραδιοθόν. Είμαι στην ευχάριστη θέση σας να ανακοίνωσω ότι σήμερα πήραμε 3 επιταγές.
Do me a favor, take the conversations outside, please. Thank you.
Το ποσό των $2.500. Θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω τον κύριο Λου τον Κάτσο, $1.000, την Χρήστο Μπουνάκη και την Αγγελική $1.000, καθώς επίσης και εγώ ίσως $500 από κάθε χρόνο. Το ραδιοθόν θα γίνει 23 Μαρτίου. Φέτος προσπαθούμε να γίνει 2 φορές το χρόνο. Μία κοντά στις 25 Μαρτίου και μία κοντά στην παρέλαση. Μέχρι στιγμής το Hellas FM το οποίο μας βοηθάει.
Guys, do me a favor, somebody's talking. Show respect. Show respect.
Φέτος, όπως είπα, θα γίνει 23 Μαρτίου, είναι δεδομένο αυτό σίγουρο και προσπαθούμε να γίνει και δεύτερη φορά στις 20 Απριλίου, μία εβδομάδα πριν από την παρέλαση. Συνήθως το ραδιοθόν γίνεται τη Δευτέρα πριν από την παρέλαση. Πέρσι είχαμε μεγάλη επιτυχία. Πέρσι πήγαμε από 12.000 προηγούμενοι, πήγαμε σε $19.000. Φέτος ευελπιστούμε να πάμε $25.000 με τη βοήθειά σας. Ο co-chairman είναι ο Χρήστος Μπουνάς μαζί και ο Δημήτρης Οφίλιος. Πάλι φέτος θα έχουμε προσφορά από τον Πίτερ τον Γλίκα. Πέρσι είχε δώσει 2 εισιτήρια για την Ελλάδα. Όσοι θα δώσουν προσφορά για το ράδιοθον, στο τέλος θα μπουν σε μια κληροτίδα και θα κερδίσουν 1-2 εισιτήρια για την Ελλάδα. Αυτό είναι μια πολύ ευχάριστο, γιατί ο Πίτερ Γλίκας εξακολουθεί πάντα να αποθέτει την Ομοσπονδία, καθώς επίσης έχει αναλάβει και τους Evzones φέτος. Αυτά θα ήθελα να πω. Όποιος θέλει να προσφέρει κάτι για το ράδιοθον, πολύ ευχαρίστως. Και θέλουμε και θελοντές εκείνη την ημέρα, 23 Μαρτίου, ημέρα Δευτέρα. Επίσης, Λου, είπα και να say a few things about interface. At the same time, μιλάμε με το interface. Αύριο θα έχουμε το πρώτο meeting με το interface, να δούμε κατά πόσο μπορούμε να κάνουμε ή live coverage ή live streaming. Θα περιμένουμε να ακούσουμε το proposal από το interface και μετά θα δράσουμε καταλήλως. Βέβαια, όπως είπαμε και πρωτού 2 εβδομάδες, φέτος η καινοτομία θα είναι το drones. Οπότε θα πρέπει να γίνει ένας συνδυασμός της εικόνας από το drone και με το interface εφόσον τους προσλάβουμε για την παρέλαση. Είτε live streaming θα γίνει ή θα γίνει και εάν μιλήσουμε με τον κύριο Κατσιματίδη για TV coverage. Αυτά θα ήθελα να πω. Επίσης, όλες οι επιτροπές που έχουν να κάνουν με το communication, public relation, social media και marketing θα βρεθούμε την επόμενη εβδομάδα να συντονιστούμε καλύτερα και πιστεύω να έχουμε μια καλύτερη αναφορά στην επόμενη Πέμπτη. Ευχαριστώ. Οι επιταγές του Γερμανασίου.
I think what we do is we're going to take photos later with the checks. We've got checks everywhere. Okay, one of the premier events that we're going to have also this year, a new event, is on April the 17th. It's Bridging Revolutions, Hellas and America Liberty Boat Cruise, and that's again by invitation only. And I have the chairman of the committee here, Paul Pavlakis. So Paul, say a few words about the event and what we're going to be doing.
Thanks, Luke. Good evening. So, new event this year on April 17th, which is a Friday night, we'll be doing a boat cruise on a luxury yacht down on the Lower East Side. This is a new yacht cruise company we found. From 7 to 10 p.m. we'll be disembarking, and it'll be a free event, again, invite only. So we'll be collecting sponsorships, we'll be putting a form together to collect sponsors. And the yacht itself will have music from George Andreagos from International Sounds. For those 3 hours, we'll have past hors d'oeuvres, a welcome drink, cash bar, so it should be a lovely event. And I do want to say we already have our first sponsor at Delphi 25. We'll be donating $3,000 of total cost, and we'll be collecting some more sponsorships as we go forward. Thank you.
You have your check? Okay, put your check.
That's where it is.
Simon, what's the story? What's the story?
April 17th, when is that event?
Friday, April 17th, 7
April
p.m.
17th. Okay, so let me describe, don't talk in the front of the seat. Okay, so the Russian Tea Room event is really about America 205, 250. The boat event is also going to include representatives from other nations. Okay, I had met with the Consul General. I gave her a list of all the nations where their people fought in the Hellenic Revolution. There's about 13 nations that were involved. So we're going to reach out to all the representatives in New York, whether they're diplomats, in other words, ambassadors at the UN, or maybe consul generals. And we're also going to invite them on that boat cruise, because it's important that we recognize also the people who stood with us during the Hellenic Revolution of 1821. So one is going to be more linked to Hellenic-Americans, which is the Russian Tea Room. The other one is going to be linked to 205, 250, but also all the people that basically supported the Hellenic Revolution. As we indicated earlier, for those who did not come earlier, there are nations that will be with us in a parade. Already the Haitians have agreed to be with us during the parade. The Polish have agreed to be with us in the parade. The Lord Byron Society has agreed to be with us in the parade. All these are new. And of course, our Hellenes, our Jewish Hellenic friends in Lower Manhattan also will be marching with us in the parade. And we're going to get some more people, obviously, besides them. As long as we're talking about the parade, let me just mention this fact, and it's important. There's 3 parades happening the same day. 3 parades happening the same day. So in terms of the floats, the float company is going to have 45 floats only for the Greek Independence Day parade. So the word has to get out that everybody has to link up and get their floats. With that, I'll introduce you. Yes, okay. Don't forget your check. Paul, do you have it? Oh, he has it there? Okay.
Καλησπέρα.
Πόσα θα τα check?
Trying to think if I speak in English or in Greek.
Speak whatever language you want. We don't.
Λοιπόν, τα registrations. Πρώτον, θέλω να σας πω ότι τα emails που λαμβάνετε όλοι, και αν δεν λαμβάνετε, αφήστε το email σας. Αν δεν λαμβάνετε, αφήστε το email σας, εγώ να σας προσθέσω στο κατάλογο. Αλλά πολλοί άνθρωποι παίρνουν το email, το καταλαβαίνουν αυτό, και δεν προσέχουν τι γράφει μέσα. Και μετά με παίρνουν τηλέφωνο και λένε, μα πού είναι αυτό? Ήταν στο email, όλες οι πληροφορίες είναι εκεί. Σας παρακαλώ λοιπόν, κοιτάτε προσεκτικά τα email, εφόσον μας ενδιαφέρουν. Διότι έχω τους ίδιους ανθρώπους που μου παίρνουν ξανά και ξανά και μου λένε πού είναι η φόρμα για το journal. Ήταν στα emails για το journal. Λοιπόν, υπάρχει εκεί πέρα σαν PDF και μπορεί κάποιος να το κάνει download και να το συμπληρώσει. Λοιπόν, αφήσαμε τέτοιες φόρμες παντού. Ξέρω ότι το είπε και ο τσέρμαν ο κύριος Γεραζούλης, το είπε και ο γενικός τσέρμαν ο κύριος Κάτσος. Πάρτε μαζί σας μία φόρμα και επιστρέψτε την άλλη φορά μαζί με ένα τσεκ. Σας παρακαλώ, είναι πολύ σημαντικό. Διότι θα το κάνετε έτσι κι αλλιώς κάποια στιγμή. Κάντε το τώρα πιο νωρίς για να τελειώνετε. Λοιπόν, να σας πω κάτι, ορισμένα πράγματα για το registration. Θεωρώ ότι είναι λίγο, τα πράγματα πάνε λίγο αργά με το registration και θα ήθελα να φροντίσουμε όλοι, βλέπω πολλούς εδώ οι οποίοι ξέρω ότι θα κάνουν registration για την παρέλαση, όλοι πρέπει να κάνουν, everyone should register for the parade. You can't march in the parade if you're not registered. So, we have 26 registrations to this moment. And we have 8 floats. Out of those 26, 8 of them have registered with the float. And we have 2 marching bands. Out of those 26, 2 of them also paid for a marching band. And we also have 3 student organizations registered and about 5 or 6 journalists, because journalists have to register too. Should I read the people who are registered already? Yeah. The Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church of West Side. The community από το Μόντρεαλ του Καναδά που λέγεται Σοκράτης Δημοσθένης, που έρχονται κάθε χρόνο. The Cathedral, the Archdiocese Cathedral in Manhattan. The Greek Orthodox Church of St. Eleftherios in Manhattan. The Greek Orthodox Church of Our Savior in Rye. The Greek Orthodox Church Prophetis Ilias for Yonkers. The Greek Orthodox Community of St. Demetrius in Jamaica with the float. The Greek Orthodox Community of St. Demetrius in Merrick, New York, with the float. The Greek Orthodox Council Local 3, these are the electricians, the Greek electricians. Hanek, Hellenic Orthodox Community of Astoria, that's St. Demetrius in Astoria here. The Holy Metropolis, Αγία Μαρκέλα, στην Astoria. The Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in Bridgeport and the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church from New Rochelle. The Holy Trinity St. Nicholas from Staten Island, with a float. Η κίνηση της Θεοτόκου από το Brooklyn, με float και με band. Το Gymnastics School of Lupakis, the St. Basil Academy, the St. George and St. Demetrius Greek Orthodox Church in the city, in the east side. Ο Άγιος Αθανάσιος στο Παράμους. Ο Άγιος Νικόλαος του Φλάσιν. Ο Άγιος Νικόλαος στο Downtown, το Shrine. Ο Άγιος Κωνσταντίνος και η Αγία Ελένη του West Nyack, μαζί με float. Ο Αρχάγγελος Μιχαήλ από το Port Washington, μαζί με float. Το Ελληνικό Σχολείο Greek School of Plato. Η Ζωδόκος Πηγή από το Bronx, μαζί με το Greek-American Institute. Αυτά είναι τα registrations, είναι 26, θα προτιμούσα να ήταν 40 σε αυτό το σημείο που βρισκόμαστε, γιατί αν σκεφτεί κανείς ότι πρέπει να φτάσουμε τα 70, 80, 90, είμαστε πολύ μακριά. Λοιπόν, σας ευχαριστώ και είμαστε πια εσείς. Επίσης, τώρα που άκουσα τη φωνή του Βασίλη, σκέφτηκα ότι δεν έχουμε πάρει αρκετά, τα λαχεία υπάρχουν, ελάτε στο γραφείο όσοι θέλετε να πάρετε και να δώσετε μερικά λαχεία, να σας δώσω. Θα μου αφήσετε το τηλέφωνό σας και το όνομά σας και θα πάρετε όσα λαχεία μου πείτε. Θέλετε 10, θέλετε 20, θέλετε 50, όσα θέλετε. Σας παρακαλώ πολύ. Ευχαριστώ.
Speaking of journals, let's have a report on journals, what's happening. Tell us about the prizes. Tell us about what's going on. One of you, anyone. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, raffle. Raffle. Ella Mila.
Αυτό είναι υποστάβος στην άφρο, δεν είμαι εγώ για μικρόφωνο. Υποστάβος.
Ella εδώ πέρα να σου πάρω τη φωτογραφία. Ella
να πάρει λαχεία.
Σήκω, θα μιλήσω εγώ, αλλά σήκω.
Come on, we need you here. We want your photography.
Όχι, δεν έρχομαι.
Θέλουμε τη φωτογραφία σου. All right, forget it, we're not gonna take your photo.
Από τα...
He's photoshopping, he's photoshopping. Constantine, any word on the Evzones? Do you have something to announce?
Μπορεί να μας πει κάτι από εκεί που είναι. Έχει πολύ λαχεία. Αντώνη, δεν ξέρω, λαχεία δεν έχεις ξαναδεί. Πάρε και ζητήστε.
No, questions later, questions later.
Έχουμε 27 prizes στο ράφο. Τα δύο πρώτα prizes είναι από 2.500 το καθένα, και το πρώτο και το δεύτερο, και είναι προσφορά του κυρίου Κάτσου. Το τρίτο prize είναι μία τζακέτα Mink, προσφορά από το Fantastic First. Το τέταρτο, το πέμπτο και το έκτο prize είναι από $1,000 cash από τον Philip Christopher, από το Guardian Group Solutions και από το Abra Restaurant. Το 7ο, το 8ο και το 9ο prize είναι από $500 το καθένα και είναι από τον Γιάννη και την Ελένη Ψαρά, από τον Τίνο Ράλι και από το United Brothers Fruit Markets. Το 10ο είναι από την Ballicarian Brotherhood και είναι $300. Το 11ο, το 12ο, το 13ο, το 14ο, το 15ο, το 16ο είναι από $250 και είναι από τον Γιώργο Αλεξίου, από τον Πολ Μακρόπουλο, από το Greek-American Homeowners, Association Γέρος του Μοριά, Association Επαρχία Κοινουρίας και Society of Castorians Ομόνια. Τα επόμενα είναι 250 και $200 gift certificate από το Athens Jewelry, από το Λιμάνι Restaurant, από το Mediterranean Foods, από το Agnanti Restaurant, από το Embassy Diner, από το Synthesis Cultural Foundation και από το Σπύρος Βασιλάκης. Και τα τελευταία είναι από $100 σε cash από το Landmark Diner, Greek Islands Restaurant, Mythos Restaurant και Mario's Pizza. Αυτά. Είναι $20 το δεχείο. Είναι μεγάλη ενίσχυση για την παρέλαση όλα αυτά.
Thank you to the Raffle Committee for doing an excellent job. Now we have Constantine Ranitzis who's going to talk to us about the Evzones.
Thank you, Lou. A couple updates. As we know, one of the prides of our parade and one of the privileges we have is to have the Evzones each year in New York for the parade. This is the one parade where the Evzones will never miss. So that's something that's very important for us. Other cities, they come, but New York, they will never miss. So that's one thing I appreciate about this parade, being the largest in America. So a couple of quick updates. The Evzones are going to be coming from the Wednesday before the parade to the Monday after the parade. They will participate in all of our official events, be it the final parade meeting that will take place here the Thursday night. They will be at Bowling Green and the doxology at St. Nicholas beforehand when we do our mini parade from St. Nicholas to Bowling Green. And they will be at the Gala and obviously at the parade on Sunday, including the liturgy that takes place before the parade. So it's going to be a packed weekend. We will also try to take them to a couple schools and churches throughout the weekend when time allows. So a full schedule will be published once we have confirmation from the President's office and the Miller's office of the President's. So until then, I can't announce anything officially, but those obviously are main events where they will be there and available for everyone to see and represents our pride and joy. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Speaking of the Evzones, there was a request that we have at the Gala. I think there's a party of about 20 some odd Evzones. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to have them pay. This is part of what we have to do to show the respect for these gentlemen who are here, who come to march in a parade, one of the most important group of people, actually, that represent the last presidential guard. So I was asked by Mr. Nitas if we can do that, and my answer was absolutely yes. We want the Evzones to be with us at the Gala. Just a few words about the Gala, because I think it's important for me to mention it. As I mentioned before, we're going to attempt to have less speeches, and more entertainment and more fun, because that's what it's all about. With that, I'd like to Dimitri, would you like to say a few words? Yeah, if you can. Thanks.
Καλησπέρα. Ο Δήμος μίλησε γενικά για τις επικοινωνίες, μιας και είναι γενικότερα chairman, ειδικώς στις δημόσιες σχέσεις που περιλαμβάνει και τα media και τα social media, στο οποίο συνεργαζόμαστε και με την Χριστιάνα και τον Κώστα και τον Γιώργο τον Χριστοδούλου που είναι στα American Media, και η Μαργαρίτα έχει μερικές ιδέες τις οποίες θα προσπαθήσουμε να συζητήσουμε και να υλοποιήσουμε, έτσι ώστε να κάνουμε καλύτερο appeal. We have to make inroads to the community media, not only the Hellenic media like the National Herald, Greek News, Cosmos FM, and so on and so forth, and Anamnesis, but also to the community media from the Western Queens Gazette, Tony Balsamian, to the BronxNet, QueensNet, and Brooklyn papers, so we can make some inroads in the community mainstream media, and we're making an attempt to the mainstream media at large. Besides that, we're participating in the efforts to spread the word everywhere, and we do believe that the 205-250 message, it's a powerful one. 205 χρόνια από το 1821, 250 χρόνια από την Αμερικάνικη Επανάσταση. Όλοι μαζί ενωμένοι θα έχουμε μια πολύ καλή και επιτυχημένη παρέλαση. Την επόμενη φορά θα σας ανακοινώσουμε μια εκδήλωση που ετοιμάζουμε παραδοσιακά με τη νομική καστανά, που είναι το κεντρικό πολιτιστικό γεγονός. Απομένουν μερικές λεπτομέρειες και είναι Κυριακή 29 Μαρτίου. Traditional γίνεται λίγο μετά την παρέλαση, και επίσης θα σας ανακοινώσουμε και κάποια πράγματα σε σχέση με το Radiothon, όπου συμμετέχω και εγώ μαζί με τον κύριο Κουρνά υπό την Προεδρία του Δημοσιώτη. Ευχαριστώ. Καλή παρέλαση.
I'd like to now introduce Dr. Dimitriou, because as you know, every week we have a lecture. Today was the fourth lecture that we've had so far. The topic was Philhellenism and Emancipation, the Greek Revolution's impact on the American abolitionist movement and the American Civil War. That's on the basis that this month, February, is Black History Month in America. For those who missed this fantastic presentation by somebody, okay? Myself, actually. For those who missed the fantastic presentation, we're going to send it out in the mail so you can basically read it. Dr. Dimitriou.
The Education Committee continues to work on the Jarvis Award. I drafted and sent out a document of guidelines to the committee, and they are forming and reaching out to the schools to recruit teachers, which we hope will participate. In addition, I've contacted and hope that we will have an exhibit here at the Federation from Stockton State University, which is entitled The Greek Revolution Through American Eyes, which is relevant and directly related to the theme of the parade. That depends on Tom Papadimitriou, who is the head of the program at Stockton. Additionally, I mentioned to Lou that some of you may not know, but a book was published not too long ago, which won a prize, actually from the Modern Greek Studies Association, about the celebrations in America, including the parade and the history of the parade. A number of articles were presented, so we hope that in a future lecture, you may hear more about that. Thank you.
One of the things that we wanted to do was an event around the Evzones, and obviously photographs around the Evzones. So we have Stephanie here. Stephanie, can you go up a second? Christian, my apologies. So tell us about your exhibit, which is going to be in this hall because we decided to go with America. We decided to go with America, so I decided to surprise you, even though I had the wrong name. That's okay.
That's all right.
All right. Tell us about the exhibit, which hopefully will be here for at least a week before the parade. And this way, when the Evzones come here, we'll have all that fantastic photos.
Thank you. This is truly an honor to be able to bring the exhibit that I had that first started back in 2023 at the Consulate of Greece in New York. Many faces that I see here were there, so thank you for that support. And last year, I was very, very honored to be able to showcase this at the Athens War Museum. And so for those of you who don't know, I am one of the official photographers of the Evzones. So keeping in the spirit of the parade, Greece and America, 205 to 50, that is me for the Evzones here. And so the exhibit will feature photographs of the Evzones here in America, in New York, in Philadelphia. It will feature them in Greece at the official raising of the flag and taking down the flag atop the Acropolis, for their work on Good Friday, because if you don't know, they do carry the epitaph for the church that's very close to their headquarters, and for their official duties guarding to the unknown soldier. So I can't wait for all of you to see it. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Thank you.
Christina, you shouldn't be talking. But I'm going to have you come up here because I know you're working on something special. You're the chairman of the special events. Would you like to discuss the event that we're talking about? Come on and discuss it. We don't have a date yet. Do we have a date yet or no?
We do have the date for one.
Okay, we will talk. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Καλησπέρα σας. Ευχαριστούμε που ήρθατε και εύχομαι κάθε φορά και περισσότεροι. Μετά από την παρότριση του κυρίου Κάτσου, του chairman, ανέλαβα τα special events και θα δρομολογούνται δύο εκδηλώσεις, η μία εκ των οποίων θα είναι σαν fundraiser. Πολλοί καλλιτέχνες προσφέρθηκαν αφιλοκερδώς. Θα πληρώσουμε μόνο τους μουσικούς, θα είναι με εισιτήριο και φυσικά όλα τα έσοδα θα πάνε υπέρ της παρελάσεως. Αυτό το έχουμε δρομολογήσει για 26 Μαρτίου, κύριε Κάτσα. Κύριε Κάτσος. Κάτσο είναι όμως τα ελληνικά. Και παρότι πέφτει Πέμπτη, γιατί δεν μπορούμε να έχουμε τους μουσικούς τα Σαββατοκύριακα που συνήθως δουλεύουν, το κάνουμε, θα τελειώσουμε λίγο πιο νωρίς από την Πανομογενειακή εκείνη την ημέρα, οπότε θα ακολουθήσει αυτή η συναυλία. Είναι υπέροχοι όλοι οι καλλιτέχνες που συμμετέχουν αφιλοκερδώς. Την άλλη φορά θα μπορέσω να έχω και τα ονόματά τους, να τα ανακοινώσω. Αυτά προς το παρόν και επίσης άλλη μια εκδήλωση που θα είναι αυτή που ανέφερα, θα την ονομάσουμε «Τραγουδάμε για την παρέλαση και για την ιστορία μας». Και η άλλη, η οποία θα είναι πάρα πολύ παραδοσιακή, με τις εθνικές μας ενδυμασίες, με μουσική δημοτική και όλα τα κουστούμια, τα παραδοσιακά θα παρελάσουν και θα είναι σαν ένα fashion show. Δεν έχουμε ακόμη καταλήξει την ημερομηνία, αλλά είναι και αυτό ένα από τα events που θα κάνουμε και πιστεύω όλοι να παρευρίσκεστε. Να είμαστε όλοι και περισσότεροι. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ. Και με μαλλιώνει συνέχεια, αλλά σε δικαιολογώ, γιατί έτσι κάνουμε με τα παιδιά στην τάξη.
Alright, don't talk too much.
Όλοι τον καταλαβαίνουν.
Listen, we gotta do it now. We gotta do it now. Margaret, give us that fantastic news that you have. We're very excited to get all the details.
Yes.
Γεια σας, καλή βραδιά να έχετε όλοι. Ευχαριστώ που ήρθατε σήμερα. The Young Professionals Youth Committee has several events. As we know, March 7th is going to be Melrose Penthouse. This is going to be dedicated to the parade. The flyers are going to be immediately distributed by this weekend. Then the other event that we have is at Kima that was organized by other members of the committee, which is April 22nd in Manhattan. The Montreal event is still being organized because we're dealing with that federation, so they keep changing the date. We also working with the Boston Federation and from their Young Professionals Committee, and we're still organizing a date with them. We're in the process, actually, it's coming very soon. We also have an event coming up at Baraki, and then we also have, we're going to be doing another event that's being organized again also in Manhattan. And we're going to do one event in Long Island that will most likely be in March. That's going to be finalized soon, and 2 events that are being organized as we speak in New Jersey. So we're trying to cover as much as we can, and we thank you all. We have much interest in this committee, and it's growing every day, so thank you.
So Margaret, if you can, get us the information so we can have Salo send out the information to everybody. We have some special guests with us today. Everybody here in the committees, I reached out to all of you so we can do the special guests. Gus, come on up and tell us the exciting thing that you'd like to do and for us to participate in. Pontian Society, Federation.
I wish everybody the best of luck, good health, so we can have a great parade again like we always do. Θα προτιμούσα να μιλήσω στα ελληνικά και ευχαριστώ σε αυτούς που μιλήσαν ελληνικά νωρίτερα, όπως και η κυρία, δεν ξέρω το όνομά σας και συγγνώμη. Η απασχόλησή μου σε αυτό το θέμα είναι ότι σιγά σιγά με την αναλύωση της γλώσσας θα αρχίσουμε να χάνουμε και το ενδιαφέρον μας για αυτά που μας ενώνουν. Γιατί όπως ξέρετε, τα τραγούδια, οι χοροί, οι παρελάσεις είναι τροφή για την ψυχή μας. Αλλά η γλώσσα μας είναι η ταυτότητά μας. Γι' αυτό να μιλάτε στα παιδιά σας στα ελληνικά, όσο και δύσκολο να είναι. Ο Ηρακλής πάντοτε επέλεγε το δύσκολο δρόμο. Ο εύκολος δρόμος δεν σε μαθαίνει τίποτα. Το δύσκολο δρόμο. Θα ξαναεπιστρέψω στα αγγλικά για να σας περιγράψω αυτό που προτείναμε στο Λου και θέλω προσωπικά να τον ευχαριστήσω γιατί ο Λου είναι μέλος μιας επιτροπής που επιδιώκει την αναγνώριση της γενοκτονίας των Ελλήνων. Όχι μόνο των Ποντίων, αλλά όλων των Ελλήνων που υπέστησαν γενοκτονία κάτω από την Οθωμανική Αυτοκρατορία. Και αυτό θα το συνδέσω με αυτό που θα σας πω. Είναι ένας εξαιρετικός ιστορικός καθηγητής στο Αριστοτέλειο Πανεπιστήμιο Θεσσαλονίκης, ο οποίος είναι από μία κούφτα ανθρώπων που έχουν πρόσβαση στα αρχεία του Βατικανού. Και το Βατικανό έχει στα αρχεία τους αποδείξεις, ενδείγματα, το τι διεπράχθηκαν κάτω από την Οθωμανική Αυτοκρατορία εναντίον των χριστιανών. Και εννοώ όλων των χριστιανών.
των Ελλήνων, των Ασσυρίων και των Αρμενίων. Έχει γράψει ένα εξαιρετικό βιβλίο βάσει τις έρευνες που έχει κάνει και θέλει να το παρουσιάσει. Τυχεροί είμαστε που είναι εκείνες τις ημέρες εδώ. Θα θέλαμε να κάνουμε μία παρουσίαση και θα τον ζητήσω να το συνδέσει και με την παλιγενεσία του έθνους μας. Ο τίτλος του βιβλίου είναι «Η γενοκτονία των χριστιανικών πληθυσμών κάτω από την Οθωμανική Αυτοκρατορία σύμφωνα με τα αρχεία του Βατικανού». He would like to present it, ξαναεπιστρέφω στα αγγλικά, για λέγω και εγώ τον εύκολο δρόμο τώρα. He would like to present it, the most likely date that we can do this would be the Wednesday, is that the 15th or the 16th?
Well, it's Easter, so last 3, 15 is Wednesday.
Wednesday the 15th, because we don't want to.
This is April?
April. We don't want to impede on the functions of the Federation. We all want to be here so we can, help to contribute for the preparations for the parade. I know I'm taking up a little more time, so I'm trying to go fast. But we would like to have him present it, and we would like a lot of people to attend. It's very important to us as descendants of the Pontians that suffered genocide under the Ottoman Empire, but most importantly, as Greeks. Because first we are Greeks, then we are Pontians, Thrakiotes, and Kritiki. So this is a very important event, and like I said, he will already be here. He will be in Boston for a book presentation. He told us that he is available and he can do it on that Wednesday. If it's possible, Lou, I would be very grateful, and I think it's going to be very interesting for everybody else. And again, guys, a hand for Lou, because he's always there when we need him, and he's part of the committee that is promoting the recognition of the genocide of the Greeks.
Can you tell us his name?
Oh, you know him, Theodosios Kyriakidis.
Of course. I think he was on my panel.
Yes, he was.
Excellent. I'm my own photographer also. By the way, there's a couple of pictures I didn't take. Paul, I'm going to watch you up here at the stage so I can take a picture with you. So there's a lot of things going on. Let me just expand on what Gus was saying also, because what Gus is asking for us to do, we're going to do, period. There's no end, it's a but, it's definitely happening. Just send a note on the date so we can have Salvo, put it on the calendar. For the other societies, if you want to do something here, if you want to do an event here, I mean, we did fix the floors, the place looks a little bit better, it's going to even look better than this once we have the Evzones up on the walls, etc., the photographs. So this is going to be a very nice place to have an event. We encourage every society to talk to us and do events around, if possible, around the revolution and around what took place in your particular region of Elas. Okay, if you want to do that, or whatever else you want to do. You want to have a dance, you want to have whatever you want to do. Let's really celebrate our fantastic culture, both Hellenic culture and American culture. With that, if there's any questions, I'll take the questions, and then we'll take the photographs with the money, because we want to demonstrate that the money is coming in. What part of the checks? So we got the checks. So, any questions from anybody?
Lou, I would just like, what the likely time of the day would be for that?
I think if you're doing it on a weekday, you want to do it later, okay? Because this particular crowd, because I do the lectures at 6:30, and I have a fantastic audience here, by the way. There's maybe 5 people, but we don't care. I don't care. We say 6:30, we're going to do it 6:30. I would suggest it has to be at least by 7. It can't be earlier than 7.
Okay.
Because no one's going to be here.
So I will start at 7 or 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30. Did I miss anything? Peter, did I miss anything? Any other things to report? Anybody else, any questions? Okay. So, thank you so much. We keep to exactly what we say. We start at 6:30, 7 o'clock with the presentation. 7 o'clock we start this meeting. The meeting always ends on or before 8 o'clock. I will say that as we get closer to the parade, there's no doubt that the meeting will go beyond 8 o'clock. I'm not living in a dream world. I realize that there's going to be a lot more people here. The thing is to promote the gala, the selling of tables. We want to knock it out. As I said, we have 9 tables that are already accounted for, which I think is great for this particular time period. We want 40 tables. We want 40 tables, and I think we're on the right road. I think we're doing very well. We're doing well, I think, on the prizes. I think this year we have more prizes than ever in history. The radiothon, we're already raising money, and it's great. Any other words, Stella? We're good? Okay. So with that, we'll end it. What I'd like to do is take a photo with everybody with the check. And I'd like if the newspaper to take a picture of everyone holding the check.
Register and bring back the journal forms.
Yes.
I see people here who are going to register.
All right, everybody who has a check here, there's a lot of checks. Peter, everybody have a check. We're gonna all stand here, take a photo. I have to hold on a second. I have Burnas, Christo, where's that guy? Hold it. This is mine. This is yours, this is mine? Okay. No, Alado. We must demonstrate. Oh, yeah, please. Alexia. One more. Thank you, guys. Okay. Bravo. Give it the stop.